Welcome all to Teachers College. I would like to officially welcome you to the 35th Annual Winter Roundtable Conference.
The Winter Roundtable is the longest-running conference in the United States that is dedicated to matters of diversity and multicultural competency in the disciplines of psychology and education.
This year, our theme is Nevertheless, She Persisted: Power and Patriarchy in Psychology and Education. Our theme and the inspiring work presented this weekend call attention to the pervasiveness and pernicious effects of misogyny, sexism, and gender oppression, particularly as these forces impact our work as educators and mental health professionals.
Every year, the Roundtable feels like an essential resource for our work and for our world.
The Roundtable, we affectionately sometimes call Social Justice Church. It's a check-in every year, like coming home to get reinvigorated about the work that I do, specifically in terms of racial cultural issues. So I always get a chance to learn from scholars who are doing work.
I believe very strongly that the work that we do is such passionate work, and sometimes there are challenges in that passionate work. And so I come back oftentimes to the Winter Roundtable to renew my passions.
I was looking for a conference that had a variety of speakers, a variety of topics, and this one had so many in 1 hour it was hard to even pick which one I wanted to go to.
There are still communities who the idea of justice is elusive for them.
If you have not attended a Winter Roundtable yet, it is one of the places that when you come, it's like being embraced by an old family member.
I've been to the Winter Roundtable for a couple of years, and every time I have come here, it had to do with the theme of the conference. And this year especially, both professionally and personally, I've been touched by Me Too movement.
I'm so pumped about this year's theme because I am a she and I persist. There was something that was brought out in this conference that is often ignored, and it's the idea of silenced voices. I think that the patriarchy survives off of silenced voices, so this in and of itself is a fight against that.
Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Because I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise.
I was really excited when I saw what the theme was going to be. It made me even more really excited about attending this conference. I anticipated hearing the speakers that were going to be powerful women, and I knew it was going to be something that was going to be life-affirming for me and for everyone who attended.
We just came from a talk on sexual harassment in the workplace, which was really a space for folks to open up about experiences that they feel have really been silenced in other spaces that they've been in. I think that that's a perfect example of use of the theme and the conference.
This year's theme was a little bit of a challenge for me. For somebody who focuses mostly on issues of race in my research, it allowed me to look at the intersection between race and gender and challenge me to do that in a really exciting way and in a way that I don't usually think. So I'm appreciative of the conference theme for expanding my mind and my research interests.
One of the great things about the Roundtable is that we get to understand this theme of Nevertheless, She Persisted from many different viewpoints.
On a professional level, it's an area that I've taken on additionally as a bit of my contribution to social justice.
I think it's important for us as men to understand the privilege that we have and take some time to listen. So I think this year it was important for me to sit and listen a lot more.
There were so many women during the civil rights movement, the Chicano movement, the United Farm Worker movement, Black Liberation movement, the American Indian movement. But what happened then is very different of what has happened now. Women did the work then, but because of patriarchy, it was men that were leading. It was men that were visible.
I come here to be inspired. I come here to learn how to be an ally to persons of color and to people that are different from me, and to continue the work that I do.
As social justice advocates, we need to advocate for every group that is marginalized, and that is often very exhausting. Luckily, we have each other, right? So we have a community, and that community is here at this roundtable every single year, and we are here to energize each other.